video where I want to show you my favorite books that I think every musician has to read. So let's start. The first book I want to show you is Big Magic. I have this in Spanish because I'm Spanish, but in English is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. She is the author of Eat, Pray, Love, and it's a wonderful book. It teaches you through a lot of experiences of the author how to be creative without fear, how to find inspiration, and how to overcome the comments of the people, of how you talk to yourself, because this is very important to be free to create, how to work through routines of creating every day. A lot of experiences that are almost magic, because it shows that everything in life happens to tell you something, to learn from it. For example, it tells you that if you want to become a great musician, a great writer, you have to study, to go to university, that's great, but you have to work yourself alone. Although there are a lot of professionals that can teach you a lot of worth, knowledges, it's only you that can improve yourself from your own mistakes, from creating everyday new things, from reading and studying the big genius of the history. That's how the big musicians learned too. That's how the big writers in the past learned. They learned from other big artists in the history, in the past. So that's a way of finding inspiration and to find your own voice. The second book I want to show you is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart by Jan and Brigitte Massin. This is a huge study of the life of the figure of the composer, musician, and person that was Mozart. He was understood as a genius since he was a child, but it tells you a lot of histories that give a personal point to the figure of a genius. It helps you understanding his music through his history. So it's great. You can understand how his music changed because people that he loved died, or travels that he did, people he met that made change his music, his chords, his harmony, how he innovated through music, and how he showed the social perspective through his music. It's wonderful too. The third book I want to show you is The Rest is Noise. I have it in Spanish too, by Alex Ross. It tells you how the 20th century changed in social aspects, in music, due to wars, to changes in the mind of the people. And it tells you anecdotes from the big composers of the history. It shows you the racism that has been in the 20th century in the United States, and how bad the black people felt, because although they were great musicians, composers, artists, they couldn't go to a conservatory, to a music school, to the theaters to listen to a concert. It is incredible and so sad, but it shows you how they created jazz, their own music. It tells you about Charlie Parker, for example, and so many figures of jazz. It tells you about Gershwin, an important composer that got inspired by jazz and by classical music. He got them together, found his own voice through the mix of them, and knowing society through this. It tells you too a history about Mahler when he was conducting a atonal piece for orchestra. At the end of the rehearsal with the musicians, he asked for a C major chord because he was exhausted of the atonality, dissonant chords. The composers were developing their music through this, expressing new feelings like ache, hurting due to new wars and political problems that affected the society. This book is another one that I want to show you. This is Music and Sentiment by Charles Rosen. This is a book where the author tells you how little parts of music have developed through history, expressing different feelings. For example, in the Baroque period, a descending scale could express ache and pain of the singer or of the player. But when the times were passing, the same scale can express another idea, another different feeling, because of the changes in society and in the mind of the musicians. And the last book I want to show is The Way of Weiss by Walter Rizzo. Walter Rizzo is a philosopher that tells you how to be happy and how to learn by classical Greek philosophers like Socrates, Epicuro, Diogenes, Epicteto, Aristoteles. It's awesome to find new teachings that you can apply nowadays. For example, Epicuro, which bases his knowledge on pleasure and how to pursue happiness, says that we are used to search happiness every day, every time, and it doesn't let you enjoy from little things from day to day. As a musician, I know the history of a lot of musicians that are focused on their dream. Their dream is being a musician all the time and give a lot of concerts and earn your living with that. But are you enjoying the practice of today? Are you enjoying of every single note you are playing? Because the goal is the way you are making. So let's start enjoying of little things. I hope you liked this video a lot, and let me know in the comments if you read one of these books and if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with your friends if you liked it. Thank you so much.